Hello, everyone. So, today I want to share with you how women feel about dating married men. But before I go into it, 1 Corinthians 7:2 says, every man must have his own wife, and every woman must have her own husband to avoid immorality. Now, take a listen what these women have to say.
Like, if you're dating a married man, do not fall in love. Don't fall in love. Make him, if anything, make him fall in love with you. But don't fall in love with him. Even if you got to date other men that he doesn't know about, to keep yourself from falling for him. Okay? Because the only reason he's perfect in your eyes and a good guy in your eyes is because his wife probably made him that way. She probably taught him how to deal with women, how to talk to women, how to dress, how to do this, how to do that. Okay? Most guys are better when they're married. And then when they're not married, their house is dirty, their clothes don't match, they don't have that quality about them. So a lot of times when we see a married man, we think we see somebody all put together and who has their life together, financially stable because they got a house and maybe that can be mine. No, it's because he and that lady did that together. He and his wife did that together. Okay? So you have to kind of respect that. And if you're not willing to step up to the plate and take what you want, you got to leave it alone and go find someone who's single. There are two types of women in this world. Ones that stand back and let things happen. However, one that take things into their own hand and make things happen. Okay? Now, which one are you? There's two kind of men in this world. One who will have their cake and eat it too and enjoy it until it's over. Lie to you, tell you they love you even though they're not leaving their wife and kids and they're just using you. And then there's two other kind. They kind of is genuinely going to do the right thing. If he's not in love with his wife no more, he's going to say, look, I'm not in love no more. I'm going to leave. I'm going with this person. Blah, 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 blah. Then you have the in-between, okay? Because they could go either way. So one day they might be this one, and one day they might be that one. But if you have a wishy-washy one, you got to help them make up their mind, because there's a lot of people who have hard times making decisions, so you have to throw something in the game to get them to make the decision.
At this point in my life, it's convenient for me to date a married man. Very convenient. I don't think I'm destroying anybody's home because their husband is my supposed boyfriend. That's not my business.
I don't know this to hear this, but somebody's husband is not your soulmate. Somebody's husband can never be your soulmate. In fact, I just feel like ladies who date married men are actually to be blamed, because men will be promiscuous and choose to be stupid. But when a man comes to you to ask you out by himself, it is your duty as a lady, as someone who has respect for herself and dignity, to say that you're not interested. And it's not going to force you to accept unless that man has come to hypnotize you. And if you have not been hypnotized, there's no reason for you to accept to date a married man. The one that even annoys me the most is some of you are even faithful to a married man. How on earth are you faithful to a married man as a spinster who is hoping to get married someday? You can be faithful to a married man, but you cannot be faithful to your single boyfriend that stands the chance of wifing you someday. Some of you are even so funny. You will say that, oh, I can't date him because he still lives with his parents. But you can date a married man that is living with his own wife. That after he finishes with you, will still go back home to meet his wife. Please have some dignity, okay? Have some dignity. Respect yourself, please.
Okay, so here's T. The reason why some women are still attracted to married men is because married men are used to being in a relationship. They're used to being around women, loving women, providing acts of service. Also, most of the time they listen well. They actually pay attention to detail. You know why? Because he got a wife at home that's constantly training him to be the best man to her and all the side chicks out here. And that will forever and always be attractive to a woman, a man that is a provider, a protector, a family man, yet financially stable. Because ain't nothing like a man coming up to you saying, your tires look bad. You need some new tires. Let me get you some tires. They pay attention to detail. You ain't got no gas. That's the type of stuff that a married man says to single women, and it will trap them all the time. Now leave that married man alone. But single men, take note.
Someone else's spouse is never gonna be your soulmate. If you are talking to a married man and you're like, no, he is my soulmate. No. I don't vibe with you. Someone else's spouse is not your soulmate. And also, I firmly believe in this statement. You lose them how you get them. If you are a mistress and you marry a man because you had an affair with him, he's gonna leave you for another woman eventually. So yeah, you'll live your life in fear, which is deserved. Okay, so you know how that girl was on TikTok saying her mom was so blessed because she met a guy, she was the mistress, and then he wifed her up. It's like, that's not love. That's not love. Men that cheat on their wives they're not husband material. No one should touch them. That drives me nuts when people like are crazy about someone else's spouse. Like, get some self-respect. And deep down, there's something wrong with you if you're attracted to someone else's husband. I'm married, so I think everyone's like, ick. Like, whenever I was single, if I knew a man was taken, like, something shifts in your brain where you're like, yuck. That's healthy. If you are healthy and in your right mind, you will not be attracted to someone else's husband.
If you're dating a guy that's married and he outright refuses to leave his wife, that's your cue to get the heck out of there. I'm not telling you that you should be dating a married man. Absolutely not. The moment you find out he's married and or in a relationship is when you need to exit stage left. However, if your feelings are so deep invested and involved, even though he's telling you he loves you and all this BS, you need to pay attention to his actions. Because until he actively divorces his wife, he's actively going to play you for a fool. So if you want to continue to be played for a fool, continue to date men who are unavailable. And don't complain about it. Just take what comes with it and deal with the wife and or the girlfriend and whatever those consequences are. But my guess and my best advice for you is to stay out of that mess. Carry on. Get with the dude that is available so you don't even have to be getting buried or going to jail. You got it?
I find it interesting, you know, I get it. Like, there's a million reasons why someone might end up dating someone or sleeping with someone who's married. My opinion is none of them are good reasons, but there's a million reasons. But when somebody actively seeks out men who are married, insofar as that's their type, they like unavailable men, I definitely think you've got psychological problems. Like, what is it about yourself that you think you don't deserve a man wholly and fully who is yours, who is not sleeping with someone else? What makes you think that that's okay? How little respect do you have for yourself, for the institution of marriage, for a commitment that two people can make to each other, to building a family? And women who go after married men, I mean, you're going to end up as a side chick the rest of your life, or you might end up with someone and then he'll cheat on you, and won't you feel stupid?